Let's be real here. The twin flame connection isn't your average relationship that fades with time like old photographs. It's more like trying to forget your own reflection. The very idea of forgetting your twin flame often emerges during those challenging separation phases when the intensity of the connection feels overwhelming. What makes this topic so fascinating is the paradox at its core. The harder someone tries to forget their twin flame, the more powerfully the connection seems to manifest. This desire to forget often signals the beginning of a profound spiritual awakening. Whether you're currently struggling with this desire or simply curious about the twin flame journey, understanding what really happens when we try to forget can be transformative. Let's explore this delicate dance between remembering and forgetting and discover why this experience, though challenging, might be exactly what your soul needs for its evolution. Imagine trying to forget how to breathe. Sounds impossible, right? That's exactly what attempting to forget your twin flame feels like. I've witnessed this fascinating phenomenon time and time again. The more you try to push away the connection, the stronger it pulses within you. Think of your twin flame connection as a cosmic radio frequency that's permanently tuned to your soul's station. You might try to change the channel, turn down the volume, or even unplug the radio altogether. But that frequency keeps broadcasting. Why? Because it's not just a connection, it's a fundamental part of your energetic DNA. The heart has its reasons, which reason knows nothing of, wrote Blaise Pascal, and nowhere is this more evident than in twin flame connections. Your logical mind might say, forget and move on, but your soul operates on a deeper wisdom that transcends conventional understanding. The truth is, trying to forget your twin flame often triggers the spiritual boomerang effect. Like a boomerang that returns no matter how far you throw it, the twin flame connection keeps circling back through. This isn't about romantic fantasy or emotional dependency. It's about a soul-level truth that operates beyond our conscious control. Just as your cells don't need your permission to carry out their functions, your soul's connection to your twin flame continues its sacred dance, regardless of your mind's attempts to lead. Instead of fighting this natural spiritual phenomenon, consider embracing it with curiosity and compassion. What if these unwanted thoughts and feelings are actually love letters from your soul, reminding you of your capacity for divine connection? Remember, you're not going crazy and you're not stuck in denial. You're experiencing one of the most profound aspects of the twin flame journey, the revelation that some connections are simply unforgettable because they're written in the stars, encoded in your soul, and essential to your spiritual evolution. So rather than exhausting yourself trying to forget, perhaps it's time to ask, what if this inability to forget is actually a gift, guiding you toward your highest path of growth and awakening? What if I told you that the universe's greatest gifts often come wrapped in the most challenging packages? When it comes to twin flame connections, the desire to forget can actually be a divine catalyst for the most profound transformation of your life. let me take you deeper into this fascinating paradox. Picture yourself as a beautiful diamond in the rough. The pressure and friction you're experiencing right now, that desperate desire to forget, is actually the universe's master craftsman at work, cutting and polishing your soul to reveal its true brilliance. In my years of communicating with twin flames, I've witnessed an extraordinary pattern. Those who try hardest to forget often undergo the most accelerated spiritual growth. It's like a spiritual pressure cooker where the very resistance creates the perfect conditions for transformation. Let me share a powerful example from my practice. Michael, a successful executive, one day decided to erase his twin flame from his memory. Instead of achieving forgetting, he found himself drawn to meditation, started journaling, and unexpectedly discovered his gift for energy healing. I wanted to forget her, he told me, but instead, I found myself. This forgetting phase often triggers what I call the divine domino effect. First, you try to forget, creating an internal struggle. This struggle forces you to look deeper within. Looking within reveals unhealed wounds and limiting beliefs. Addressing these wounds leads to unprecedented personal growth. Growth raises your vibration and expands your consciousness. Enhanced consciousness brings deeper understanding of the twin flame connection. Your attempt to forget isn't actually about forgetting at all. It's about remembering who you truly are. Remember this truth: the universe doesn't waste pain. Every tear, every moment of resistance, every attempt to forget is being alchemized into gold for your spiritual evolution. As author Marianne Williamson says, the universe is not punishing you or blessing you. The universe is responding to the vibrational attitude that you are emitting. So perhaps it's time to reframe this desire to forget. What if instead of seeing it as an escape, you viewed it as an invitation? An invitation to dive deeper into self-discovery, to embrace your shadow, to dance with your destiny. After all, the very thing you're trying to forget might be the key to remembering who you truly are. Trust that this phase of your journey, however challenging, is perfectly orchestrated for your highest good. You're not losing yourself, you're finding yourself in the most profound way possible. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine your soul as an eternal lighthouse, constantly sending and receiving signals across the vast ocean of consciousness. Your twin flame connection isn't just a random encounter. It's a carefully orchestrated divine appointment, written in the stars long before you took your first breath in this lifetime. Let me share a profound truth that I've witnessed repeatedly in my spiritual practice. What we perceive as forgetting is often the universe's masterful choreographies of divine timing. Think of it like a cosmic dance where every step, even the ones that seem to take us backward, is perfectly synchronized with our soul's evolution. Here's what most people don't understand about twin flame soul contracts. They operate like spiritual GPS systems, constantly recalculating routes based on our free will choices, but never losing sight of the ultimate destination. As the ancient mystics say, what is meant for you will never miss you, and what misses you was never meant for you. The divine timing aspect of twin flame connections operates on several levels. Soul recognition. Even when consciously forgotten, your souls remain in constant communication. karmic clearing. Separation periods allow for necessary karmic cleansing. Vibrational alignment. The universe waits until both twins reach compatible frequency levels. Life path integration. Divine timing ensures meetings and separations to serve your highest purpose. Spiritual maturity. Each forgetting phase contributes to spiritual readiness for union. Remember this eternal truth. Your soul contract with your twin flame is like a cosmic signature that can't be erased. As the Sufi poet Hafiz beautifully expressed, even after all this time, the sun never says to the earth, "You owe me." Look what happens with a love like that. It lights the whole sky. When you try to forget your twin flame, you're essentially attempting to override a divine blueprint. It's like trying to convince a flower not to bloom in spring. You might delay it, but you cannot prevent what's naturally ordained. The energy between twin flames is governed by universal laws that transcend human understanding. Here's the empowering part. Every moment of perceived forgetting is actually a sacred preparation. While your conscious mind might be saying, forget, your soul is saying, transform. This is why twin flames often report experiencing profound spiritual awakening during separation periods. The very act of trying to forget activates deeper layers of spiritual consciousness. The divine plan for your twin flame connection is far more magnificent than anything your human mind could conceive. Your attempt to forget might just be the universe's way of creating space for something far more beautiful to unfold. Remember, you are not walking this path alone. The entire universe is conspiring to bring about the highest good for both you and your twin flame, even when, especially when, it doesn't look the way you think it should. Well, let's have a heart-to-heart moment here. Living with a twin flame connection you're trying to forget is like trying to ignore a symphony playing in your soul. You might cover your ears, but the music still resonates in every cell of your being. I want to share with you the practical wisdom of navigating this profound reality. Imagine yourself as a magnificent ocean. Your twin flame connection is not just a wave on the surface, it's the very salt dissolved in your waters. You can't separate it out, but you can learn to flow with it gracefully. As Maya Angelou wisely said, you can't really know where you're going until you know where you have been. This journey isn't about forgetting, it's about integrating. Here's what I call the alchemy of acceptance, practical steps for living with an unforgettable connection. Embrace the paradox. The more you accept the connection's presence, the lighter it becomes. Transform the energy. Channel the intensity into creative or spiritual pursuits. Practice sacred boundaries. Learn to honor the connection without letting it consume you. Cultivate soul sovereignty. Remember you are whole and complete, with or without external union dance with duality. Hold both the sacred connection and your everyday life in perfect balance. Think of it like learning to live with a permanent sunrise in your heart. You can't switch it off, but you can learn to appreciate its beauty without staring directly at it all day. The key is finding what I call your soul's sweet spot. That perfect balance between honoring the connection and honoring your individual journey. Every moment you spend trying to forget could be transformed into an opportunity for deeper self-discovery. The practical reality is this: living with an unforgettable connection becomes easier when you stop fighting it. It's like learning to dance with shadows. Once you embrace their presence, they become part of your graceful movement through life, rather than obstacles to overcome. Trust that every moment of this journey, even the challenging ones, is contributing to your soul's evolution. You're not just surviving with an unforgettable connection, you're learning to thrive because of it. This is your invitation to transform resistance into resilience, pain into power, and longing into love. So, while your mind might try to forget, the soul never does. Instead of fighting this profound connection, consider embracing it as part of your spiritual journey. The twin flame path isn't always easy, but it's always meaningful. Trust that whatever phase you're in, even if it feels like forgetting, is perfectly orchestrated for your highest good and growth. And remember, you're not alone on this journey. The apparent forgetting is often just a temporary phase in the greater divine plan of your twin flame connection. Stay open, trust the process, and keep focusing on your own growth and happiness.